Well, hello everyone. It is Friday, November the 4th, 2022. I am Delbridge, Benchmark Realty, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. This is your Status Chat. Now in SEC football, tomorrow we have the Alabama Crimson Tide rolling off a bye week to play LSU, go Tigers, and of course, Roll Tide. We also have the Bulldogs of Georgia playing in Athens, usually for a light snack tomorrow, and we should have some other games on there that if you choose to watch them as well. Now let's get straight into our middle segment. If you like this content, please go to calldeltosell.com, find the tab that says on YouTube, click it, and it'll open up a page of QR codes. There you can use a smartphone to scan and get to the YouTube page, or you can just mouse over and click it on a PC. There you'll be able to subscribe to this little button over here and click the notification bell so that YouTube will notify you when each Friday's blog has been uploaded. Thank you. Now, you may have seen around social media and other places the term 3-2-1 or 2-1 or 1 buy down, that sort of thing. What you need to understand is the very basics of this product. And of course, you need to go to your loan provider who actually has the financial product you're looking into, going into, so that we can find you a home. You need to understand how it works. Now, on its surface, 3-2-1 or 2-1 is, or even 1 buy down, if they have that, is a simple reference to the percentage off of the standard rate that you're going to pay for the life of the loan. So a 3-2-1 for the first year is 3% off your interest rate, and then 2% off your interest rate, and then 1% off your interest rate, and then 0% off for the rest of your loan. Now, the actual specifics you have to find with your person before you sign your agreement with them. It also may be a 2-1. It may be a limitation depending on the loan product. If it's a conventional versus FHA or VA, that sort of thing, you need to, the terms vary. So you need to understand what they are. So all a 3-2-1 or 2-1 buy down does is for the first year or two or three, we'll let you pay that interest rate up front. So if you can get that off the transaction, like closing costs, it may be beneficial to buyers and or sellers. Because eventually, though, if you give that money to the buyer, its house still sells for that higher amount, right? It just has to be qualified for. It has to meet all the requirements in order for that loan to get booked, for that to go through. So if you have a full note after 1 year or 2 year or 3 year, you have to qualify off that full loan amount, that full mortgage payment, not the first 2 years or whatever they might be. Now, the difference is if you have the extra cash and then can qualify, first of all, off of the full rest of the term loan, you might be able to take the savings that you have over those number of payments and plow them back into the principal. Now, let's talk about refinancing. Now, as far as the refinance goes, you have to make sure that you have no extra penalties if you refinance within a certain period. Sometimes there might be one if you refinance within that 3-2-1 or that buy down period. You'll have to check with your loan person on that. If there's not, and you really believe that you're going to be able to get a better loan percentage in the future, and you can afford the full note, it might be a good idea to pay on that principal, then renegotiate when rates come down, if rates come down, to get a better mortgage for the remaining time that you're going to have that house, or until the loan gets paid off. Now, a traditional point buying scheme that we used to have back in the days, around the 80s and so, you would pay upfront costs to get your loan bought down for the life of the loan. That's different than the 3-2-1s or 2-1 buy downs. Those are only for a period of time, and you may see a bigger decrease in your monthly payment during the buy down period, but you're going to get the full note later on. What the other type of buy down does when you pay points is you may pay a larger sum up front or the similar sum up front and get a little bit lesser reduction in the payment. And that's because you're actually taking that buy down over the entire life of your loan. Now, these things are not my bailiwick. I don't originate loans. That's not my business. I just need to understand enough of it in order to help negotiate a contract for the buyer or for the seller if we're doing a listing for it. It's a way of producing a more attractive offer or contract when we get it going. So you need to check with your people. Now, let's go ahead and get those numbers for this week. Hello, I'm Delbridge of Benchmark Realty, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. If you are currently unrepresented and would like to know how to compare up to 3 properties side by side and room by room, then go over to my new YouTube channel, Call Del to Sell. That's 1 L and Del, no spaces. Watch the demo on Real Scout and then call me and we'll set up your exclusive ad-free account today. Now, last week, 10/28 of 22, we had 18,978 opportunities in Real Scout system. This trended up as it had been doing the previous several weeks. We had 3551 in the under contract still showing. That decreased the same way they had been decreasing over the previous week. And the ratio between them at the integer level, rounded, comes to 19%. And that stayed unchanged from the previous period. This week, 11/4/22, we had 18,981 in the opportunities in the Real Scout system, and that increased slightly over the previous period. And we had 3362 in the under contract still showing. That actually dropped over the previous period, and the integer ratio between those two numbers dropped another percentage point to 18%. So we want to wish everybody good luck on the gridiron tomorrow, and we want to wish you good luck in your search. And you know what you need to do. You got to call Dale.